guys, this week is gonna be a more chill vlog. If you guys didn't know, I just moved to New York City. I want to update you guys a little more about why I've been moving and where I've been moving and when I've been moving. I did move to New York by myself. For the last year, I've been living in Hanover, which is a very teeny tiny town in New Hampshire. I moved to New Hampshire right after finishing my year as Miss Utah. And then over the summer, I lived in Boston very briefly. First, I thought I'd show you guys just a little recap of me moving out of Hanover and into the Boston apartment. I, for one, love watching moving vlogs. I think moving can be so satisfying, and on an emotional level, it does feel really good to reset my life by physically transitioning from one space to the other.
I'm trying to move a bookshelf and yeah, it just shattered. Up to Hanover to do another day of clearing out stuff in the apartment. We're on day 3 of the move. Hopefully we'll get this done soon.
Part of the reason that I had my funky moving situation where I lived in Boston for a very short amount of time was because I wanted to give myself a runway to apartment shop in New York and find a good place to live. I moved into New York around the 1st of August, which is apparently the worst time possible that you can get an apartment because of how aggressive it is at the end of the summer with people trying to come in for the fall. So I came in for one day of apartment shopping and I was able to visit 3 different apartments. I stopped at the gas station to get caffeine and I went to go get 1 and I was like, I'll get 2 for the road. And I went to go check out and she was like, you know that if you get 3, you get a discount. And I said, you are an enabler. I'm doing really good on time. By that I mean I'm literally an hour and a half early because I was worried about being late. I stopped at Starbucks because I just needed more caffeine, you know? I'm on the Upper East Side now, and this was the first neighborhood that I picked out. Mostly everything that I know about the Upper East Side is stuff that I know from Gossip Girl, but so far I love it. It's beautiful, it's green, it's got a lot of trees, and my biggest reservation about New York is that I'm worried about not having enough green space, and so I love that it's so green here. Literally melting, it's so hot, but I just looked at my first apartment of the day. I actually loved it, like loved it, so we'll see if I see anything else. The second apartment, in my mind, I refer to this as the spooky dungeon apartment. There were some things that I really liked about it. In particular, it had 2 bathrooms, which is so rare.
Are so tired at this point. I just looked at my last rental unit for the day and it was the one that I was the most excited about and I actually loved it. Apparently there's already multiple applications in on this apartment that I want, so I'm gonna try to put in an application and cross my fingers hopefully that I get it.
After having done it once, I can confidently say that apartment shopping in New York City is not for the faint of heart. The New York City rental market is absolutely insane. Number one, it is insanely expensive. Also, you need to be prepared with all of your financial information immediately so that if you find a place that you like, you can start moving forward on it literally that day. I liked 2 of the 3. There were a ton of things that I liked about the first place that I visited. In particular, I loved the huge backyard and I could really see myself having a dog in that backyard. Honestly, the reason that I didn't get this place, what it boiled down to, is that there was a very high broker's fee, like 20% broker's fee. And if you're unfamiliar with how the New York real estate market works, sometimes if you're trying to get a rental property, they'll have what's called a broker, and that broker will collect a fee, an insane fee, thousands of dollars. The broker's fee was extremely high on that first apartment, so I didn't end up getting that one. My favorite of the apartments by far was the 3rd apartment that I toured. However, even though I went home and that night put in an application, I was already too late to get that apartment. So I tried to put in an application on a different apartment in the same building, couldn't get that one. I finally threw a Hail Mary on an apartment that was slightly outside of my budget within the building, and that's the apartment that I'm in currently. So the reason that my apartment costs a little more than I had wanted to pay is because it's technically an oversized alcove studio. It has kind of 3 segregated rooms. I'm really excited about it. I love it, and I'm just really happy to be here. For the actual move to New York itself, I worked with a company called Roadway Moving. I was really, really fortunate because they were able to do it for free for me as like an influencer gift. The quote that they gave me to move all my stuff from Boston to New York was about $3,000. So it was a pretty pricey move, and I was really, really grateful that they wanted to work with me as an influencer. They were spectacular. And it was interesting because I had just moved from Hanover to Boston, so I had moved with a different moving company and kind of had a bad experience. And then I got to move with Roadway Moving, and they were just phenomenal getting the stuff from Boston to New York. As I was watching back the ad that I made, I felt like I sound a little too commercial, like a little too promoty, but the truth was I seriously was blown away by Roadway. They did such a good job with my stuff. my first day in New York, I got into my apartment super late, got the mattress out of the box, slept on my bare mattress, and then woke up in the morning and had my first official day in New York. That night, when I was sleeping on the naked mattress, I couldn't really sleep well that night, and I started scrolling through just a list of events in New York City, and I realized that the next day was the Jonas Brothers concert at Yankee Stadium. And I remember thinking, Sasha, you are gonna remember your first day in New York for the rest of your life. How fun would it be if you went to a Jonas Brothers concert in Yankee Stadium on literally your first day as a New Yorker? So that's what I did. This was also my first time going to a concert by myself, and probably 3 years ago, I don't think you would have caught me going to an event by myself.
Okay, it's like 4:50. I've been sort of organizing, doing a little bit of unpacking in my apartment. I'll give you guys just like a quick view to give you an update. This is my camera equipment. This is my ski stuff. I don't know where I'm gonna put that because I don't have a closet. This is like decorations I needed to put away. I don't even know. I don't want to know. These are all of my like cosplay type costumes. These are the clothes. I need to get like a chest of drawers to put them away. I obviously stacked all my books over here, and I got toilet paper and my ice maker put away. And yeah, this is the current state of affairs. It's about 5 o'clock and the concert starts at 8. So I think I'm gonna go out again, go get some food. I still haven't found anything to wear. So I'm gonna try to go to the subway, get on the subway, go down to where I think there's gonna be some shopping and some food, hopefully find an outfit, and then come back and get ready.
Who was sitting next to me, she was also there alone. To be 100% honest, I loved the concert. It was so much fun. I would totally go again. However, it was pretty hard to go to the Taylor Swift Eras tour and then go to a different concert, because I do think that I was sort of subconsciously comparing the Jonas Brothers up against Taylor Swift, and that's not really fair to do. I tried to find on the day of a cute outfit to wear to the concert, but I was not successful. Anyway, so I wore a really basic outfit, just like leather pants and a pink top. I wish, my regret, if I could go back and do the Jonas Brothers concert again, what I would do differently is I would wear a red dress. There were some girls there who had really cute red dresses on that I thought was so perfect. It's like a little wink to that part in Burning Up. With the Jonas Brothers, they have an interesting dynamic because Nick is very clearly sort of the intellectual leader of the group. Joe was kind of pushed forward to be the frontman by Disney, but it's pretty clear that Nick is the boss, like when they're all on stage. And so I really liked whenever Nick would sort of talk to the audience and share some insight about what they were thinking when they were making the albums. In particular, he talked about one of the albums that he was a little more embarrassed of because it had some kind of country music moments and they were sort of finding their sound as artists. Also, I gotta say, the Jonas Brothers vocals were out of this world. Also, a cute little moment after the concert was, I don't know if they do this every single time at Yankee Stadium, but after the concert when they flipped on the lights, the song that they were playing to sort of dismiss everyone and send them home was New York, New York. So start spreading the news, I'm leaving today. And I thought that that was so cute and perfect for my first day living in New York, because I really was moving to New York that day. As I was on my way to the subway after the concert, I passed this restaurant and there was literally a dance party happening on the street. Again, I just moved to New York, so I don't know how common this is. I don't know if everyday dance parties are just a commonplace thing, but it looked like literal West Side Story happening on the streets of New York outside Yankee Stadium. So all in all, it was a very magical day to introduce me to living in New York and being in New York.